Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the live stream here on the channel. Hopefully everybody is having a great day so far today. Let's see what we have in the chat. We have Caleb, we have Pez, Indiana, Misty, we also have Raven, we have Miller, Edits, Ben, Jax, James, as well as Hank in here, Caden, Haley. Glad to see you guys all in the live stream. And of course, welcome everybody else who is watching and may not be chatting, or if I missed you, welcome to the stream. Let's go ahead and dive on into this here. I'm going to switch to this one. We are at snow squall warnings currently. I did not fix that overlay at the top left. Let me just fix that slightly. Bear with me for just a second. Just like, okay, there we go. I checked it before and it looked fine, but now that I started stream, it did not look fine. So, yeah, let me go ahead and go over these snow squalls for y'all. We're going to take a look here with RGR Earth, and this is what we're looking at out here in Pennsylvania. We've got 4 snow squall warnings that are in effect out here. Most of them actually are around Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We've seen upwards of 2.5 inches of snowfall in and around the Pittsburgh area. These snow squalls could actually be particularly dangerous, especially if you are on interstates or highways. So if you are in these warnings, and especially if you're driving in these warnings, try to pull on a on-ramp and then find an empty parking lot to safely park. Do not pull on the side of the interstate or highway, as that could actually cause a lot more car crashes and issues with these snow squalls. So please be very careful on where you park if you're inside these warnings. We did have a very significant snow squall make its way through downtown Washington and a little bit south of downtown Washington, D.C. And this actually packed some ridiculously heavy snow with it, about a DBZ of 45 to 47, which is really a really high DBZ for snowfall there. Normally, the highest we see for DBZ in snow is 50, so 45 to 47, definitely a very intense snow squall that made its way through Washington, D.C. Out here in Martinsville, north of Martinsville, we actually did see a snow squall warning for Plattsburgh, southwest of Roanoke. Believe it or not, I actually managed to make it to just south of Rocky Mount and intercept this snow squall here, just to the northeast of Oak Level, Virginia. It had about winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour, and it had pretty heavy snowfall. Visibility was down to about a half a mile to possibly even a quarter mile in some spots. We've also seen a lot of car crash reports along the I-81 corridor going from Pulaski back towards Roanoke, Virginia, so definitely want to tread carefully if you are traveling between Roanoke and Pulaski today. And then currently, these snow squalls are making their way down towards Greensboro, Roxborough. I don't know if this is going to be snow in Greensboro. We'll probably figure out pretty shortly because there's a lot of people that live in Greensboro. And I don't really believe these are going to be snow squalls anymore. You know what? We can actually check from radar. These could very easily be snow squalls, but it's a little bit difficult to tell here. It's hard to tell. If they were higher DBZ, normally it's easier to tell if they are snow squalls, but yeah, they could definitely be snow squalls. Regardless, they are beginning to die out there. Sunday, I don't think it's going to be worth a chase, but Ben, actually, the chase I did today, conveniently enough, even though it didn't look that well, it looked like rain, I actually did it in a video format. So if I could get my my phone onto my computer, somehow transfer the videos, I'm sure I could be able to make a YouTube video out of our the chase I did today. If not, then I will just upload the clips individually. I already put 2 on Twitter if you follow me over there. But Sundays, I don't really think I'm going to be able to chase Sunday's threat because, well, it would be more of like Monday morning. But, I don't know, well, I don't know if it happens even Tuesday morning. It's just not a good time frame. It's not a good timing. It's not good timing at all. It's right into the overnight hours. Alright. Let's see here. Oh no, the storm's not already on the East Coast. This is actually left over from our other nor'easter from 3 days ago. We had a nor'easter that impacted the far northeastern portions of the U.S. I think that's still spinning somewhere up here in extreme eastern Canada. And that low pressure is picking up moisture from the Atlantic, and it's spinning it back down and around into Michigan and a large portion of the eastern United States and the southwestern New England states. And that's allowing for these significant snow squalls to actually form across Pennsylvania. Like I said, we did see some of those across Virginia and North Carolina earlier today as well. But no, our main snowstorm, that's way up here. Our main snowstorm is still chilling way up here in the Pacific Northwest. It's going to take at least another 24 hours before we see any type of precipitation begin in our winter storm warnings and watches and warnings area. We could see some rain and maybe some mixed precipitation start as early as tomorrow morning. But in terms of snowfall in our main areas like Kansas, southeastern Nebraska, that won't begin until very late tomorrow night. Here's your winter storm watches and warnings. If you live in any of these watches and warnings, I highly recommend you look at your local National Weather Service and just read the text on that, as that is definitely the best forecast that you will see. As we expected, winter storm warnings have been put out all the way from southeastern Nebraska through most of Kansas, most of Missouri, into west central Illinois. And also, as we expected, we have those winter storm watches extending all the way into most of Kentucky and portions of Ohio and Indiana as well. Those watches actually did get extended very close to my neck of the woods. They got extended out here towards Galax, Virginia. That is still pretty far west. That's not really good chasing terrain. I really wouldn't be chasing a winter storm in that area. It's all mountains, there's a lot of trees, and it's very curvy roads, and you got pretty much no cell networks out there, so definitely won't be good chasing terrain out there. In the Kansas City area, though, you can see here we are expecting between half a foot and up to possibly even over a foot of snowfall being a possibility out there. Winds could gust as high as 35 miles per hour. Now, if that does end up overperforming, we could see last-second blizzard warnings issued for somewhere in this vicinity here. I don't know exactly where those blizzard warnings are most likely, but it would definitely be just more off to the more west northwest of our low pressure. So The NAM 3K would definitely warrant more blizzard warnings in this vicinity here, because you'd have the low pressure down here and it would spin around like low pressure spin, and that would bring higher wind speeds up towards Kansas City and to the west of Kansas City as we go through early Sunday morning into Sunday afternoon and evening. Whereas if we look at, for instance, say maybe the GFS shows something different. This is a new GFS, so I haven't even seen this. Low pressure is not as well defined here, but most likely that would still end up warranting potentially blizzard warnings out there in Kansas, Nebraska, into Missouri. Now, there is a lot of uncertainty in terms of snowfall totals out here towards Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. That area is a little bit more uncertain on snowfall totals. If we take a look at our newest GFS model run, you can see it has its heaviest bands are actually a little bit further south of where we have those winter storm watches extending all the way up towards the Bloomington, Illinois area. And also the amount of snowfall is a little bit in question as well. Those are ice storm warnings there. You see flashing in white and black there. Though that could actually be a very dangerous situation there if you live in these warned areas here. Centerville, Winona, Mansfield in Missouri. Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia. I don't think we'll see much, honestly, in terms of snowfall accumulation. Let's see here. I'm going to pull this all the way out. Okay, I'm going to have to take a look at a different model run. We're going to look at this one. This one should be better. I'm not even going to lie. I haven't even looked a lot in my local area. I haven't been paying attention much in our neck of the woods. It looks like, it's just a mess. You could see up to an inch of snowfall generally in this vicinity here. Up to an inch of snowfall, but most of it's going to be ice mixed in precipitation and then heavy rain as the system pulls through towards the 7 a.m. time frame on January 6th. So we'll definitely keep watching it. And then behind this system, I'm sure you'll have some lingering snowfall. So it depends on exactly where you're located, but really it's just going to be a big mess out in this area here. It's going to be a big mess and a big question mark on exactly who gets what. So we'll see. But yeah, obviously there are winter storm watches out. There's winter weather advisories out as well. What about DFW next week? You spelled week wrong, Caden. Let me go over to the GFS. So next week's very difficult. It's going to be a very pesky system. The slightest shift in any given condition could completely alter the entire system and just completely demolish our whole snowstorm possibility. At the moment, my hopes aren't high for the southeastern U.S. Now, if you live in like Texas, like your area, I think you've got a better opportunity. I think this area has a much better opportunity at seeing snowfall than we do out here in Virginia, North Carolina, down towards the deep south. And I will show you at least one reason why. I'm going to go out 12Z GFS ensembles here. See if these downtrended at all. So, of course, in terms of specific totals in that area, it's impossible to say. But there's two reasons why. One is a lot of our ensembles show at least precipitation being present in Texas and or Louisiana around the time frame of January 9th and 10th. So that's already a good sign if you're wanting snowfall out there in Texas. And there's also a very, very early risk put out from the WSSI, which is your Winter Storm Severity Index. This is the probability of minor winter storm conditions. And we're going to put it all the way to the afternoon hours of January 10th. And you can see it does have indeed some low-end probabilities out there. If you live in Texas, most of Texas has low-end probabilities. Oklahoma has some low-end probabilities. And this has actually decreased. These probabilities used to go all the way along the southern United States and then up into Virginia, but they no longer extend that far. So just to show you do have a chance. This is like a 10 to 15% chance of seeing minor snowstorm impacts. So that could vary anything from, a tenth or less of an inch of ice to an inch of snowfall being a possibility. So, like I said, in terms of anything greater than just your general area having a chance for snowfall, we can't really do anything specific. I can't tell you exactly if you will or won't see snowfall if you live in this area, but just this region I've circled here definitely has a chance for snowfall on January 9th into the 10th. That's a January 4th, but that's a lie. If you saw it up here, it was glitched and it said January 4th. That was not the case. And if we look at your probability for minor winter storm impacts, for instance, Saturday night into Sunday morning, well, yeah, definitely going to be seeing at least a minor winter storm here. If we look at moderate impacts, you can see there's still 95% chance. Major impacts, still 90% chance. So we're going to be seeing a major winter storm for sure Sunday. Now the WSSI, the actual index itself here, that has changed quite a bit, quite a lot. Wow, that has changed a lot since I last saw it. Completely took the moderate, or rather the major threat for snowfall out of Missouri. And now they've only shifted that to two areas, Kansas, and then probably for more of ice potential. Is that for more of ice? Let's see. Okay, that's your ice potential, so it's not fully for ice, and it's not fully for snow, so it's a mixture of ice and snow for that moderate impacts being a possibility in Indiana and Kentucky into southeastern Illinois. But that is a big shift. That is a major shift in the WSSI here. I wish I could show you guys the earlier. Well, this actually might be the earlier one. This looks like the earlier one. See how the earlier one had that major impacts through a lot of northeastern Kansas, through northern Missouri, western, southwestern Illinois, east central Missouri, into southern Illinois, northwestern Kentucky, southern Ohio. Like I said, now you've just got these tiny little spots here. Tiny spots, kind of just spots of major impacts possible. But either way, it's still going to be a major storm in terms of snowfall accumulation. You may not see major impacts in terms of delays, but definitely going to be seeing some major winter storm accumulations. If we take a look at your GFS model run here, let's not look at the Deep South. That's a dumb idea. That's way too far out. I'm going to switch you guys on over to our model run scene, so we're more zoomed in. There you go. That's your newest GFS model run right there. And you can see it takes a very well-defined area here of a foot or greater of snowfall totals, all the way from southwestern Nebraska, northwestern Kansas, all the way through into southeastern Ohio. So very large area of a foot or greater snowfall being possible in the GFS model. But this is where it gets tricky, because if we look at your 12Z European model, the whole thing shifted south. Like, literally, the whole thing shifted south. Now areas that the GFS said up to a foot of snowfall on your Euro model barely even get half an inch of snowfall, whilst some areas still in Kansas could end up with the same as what the GFS was saying. So it looks like our main agreement for a foot or so of snowfall is right in this area here. And then, of course, there's also agreement in between 6 to a foot of snowfall if you live in this black area in here. Actually, I'll circle that in pink, so that way you can deteriorate it, because, yeah, there you go. So that area, there's also good agreement as well. But then after that, here in the yellow, that's where you get a question mark. That's where you get a big question mark. And you can see, I mean, look at the European model run. The European model run takes the track of up to a foot of snowfall back here into Kentucky, a lot further south than central southwestern Ohio. Yes, I do, Caden. I do think it will go enhanced. So definitely still some last second shifts that we're seeing in our model runs here, where they are continuing to shift both northward and southward depending on which model you're looking at, and they just continue to shift consistently here. What, really? Oh my word, that is laughable. What in the world? That is laughable. Let me get tropical tidbits out real quick. I get 8 inches of snow out of this? You're kidding. There ain't even a chance for snow out of this system for me, according to official forecast. That's counting ice, ain't it? This must be counting ice accumulation. It says just snowfall accumulation. I'm looking at the same model run here on tropical tidbits too. Because I'm not seeing enough snowfall to see freaking 8 to 9 inches of snowfall out of this. On the Euro model's precipitation type. Maybe it's further out. Nope. Nope. So I don't know why the European model run on College Dew page says 8 inches of snowfall for me. Okay, 6.9, 7 inches of snowfall, right around there. Look, if I move it just to my north, 9.4. Right over me, 6.9. Sterling, Virginia area. Let me see. Let's go see if you are in a advisory. So, oh, you probably... Did you get a snow squall earlier today? I'm sure you did. Is this winter weather advice? Oh, this is until 7 p.m. for up to an inch of snowfall. But in terms of our winter storm being possible here for Virginia, it looks like there's pretty good agreement on that area. You're lucky. You're lucky. Look at that. Right where you are, right in here, look at the GFS and the Euro. They both agree that you will see, what is that, like 6 inches? Oh, that says 9 inches. I think you're going to see probably around 6 to 9 inches of snowfall. I think that's a good guesstimate there. Now, it's definitely not a forecast. I don't know if the National Weather Service has released their official forecast for snow out there. Let me see. But I'm pretty sure you're going to end up in at least winter weather advisories, if not winter storm watches and eventually warnings. Let's see. I don't see any graphics that they've released here. Yeah, I don't see any graphics in terms of the Okay. This is something interesting. So, here's the probability of your warning criteria being met here. So there is a 50 to an 80% chance that you get under a winter storm warning out here in northeastern Virginia. This is something new that I actually did not know existed. And whereas out here, you could see you're already in a winter storm warning if you live in that purple. Give it just a moment. Dayton, Ohio. Let me see Dayton, Ohio. There we go. Dayton, Ohio, winter storm watch. They're expecting between 4 to 8 inches of snowfall. Oh, wow. Look at that. We've got a special weather statement for none other than Lucky here for the potential of snow and Grupple, as well as 40-mile-an-hour winds. And let them know that it's up to 40-mile-per-hour winds. Okay, this is another one in Virginia, probably Western Virginia. Yeah, so you're going to end up in a winter storm watch, most likely. There is a little uncertainty on exactly how much snowfall you'll get, of course, because we're still a little bit too far out for that area in terms of exact snowfall accumulation. But you should see at minimum minimum 2 inches of snowfall. And then again, there is another scenario that you get over a foot of snow falling. So that's your gap there. Anywhere from 2 inches of snowfall to a foot and a half of snowfall in that area. That's how much uncertainty you have in Virginia, and that's what happens east of the Appalachians. There's just always a lot of uncertainty in this area here whenever you see storms approaching from the west moving east. Now, if it was a storm moving along the coastline like this, there would probably be at least a little less uncertainty. Lucky is, I think he's going to chase at least a little bit. Probably go a bit more east of his, or north of his location. Alright, this is where Charles wants me to look at. That's Jackson Center, Ohio. You're inside a watch for 4 to 8 inches of snowfall expected. So the minimum is 4 inches of snowfall that you should see. Bowling Green, 6 to 9 inches of snowfall. That might be a little bit, let me go back over here. They said 6 to 9 inches of snowfall. This is northwest of St. Louis. That's a really good forecast. I don't really see a scenario that you see less than 6 inches of snowfall. So minimum, definitely 6 inches of snowfall. That's the minimum you'll see out there, Misty. Did they mention winds at all? Okay, they didn't mention winds, but you could see wind gusts up to about 40 miles per hour. Another one in Virginia here. Hello, Proxy. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you here. Thank you for being a member for 11 months now. I swear you were just a member for 10 months like 2 days ago, right? Man, it's been a whole month? That can't be right. You just did your 10-month one. I swear it was probably Sunday when we were doing that tornado coverage. Saturday or Sunday. Wow, Proxy, thank you for the $50 donation. That is extremely appreciated. Glad to see you in here. Let me see here. Half an inch of snow on the ground here in Northeast Ohio. Anything where I am? Let me see. The majority of this storm's probably going to end up missing you, like the main batch, but there's a pretty good chance you're still going to end up with another 4 to 6 inches of snowfall. Most of it will be lake effect. You're seeing a bit of snow now, like you said, about a half inch of snowfall, and then you'll probably see another 1 to 4 inches of snowfall on top of that snow you already have on probably the overnight hours of Monday. Overnight, Monday night, you could probably see another 1 to 4 inches of snow. Let me see. What about after the system leaves? Because normally after the system leaves, that's when you guys get your much better chances for snowfall. After it leaves, I mean, it doesn't show a lot of lake effect snow once this leaves early Tuesday morning, but still going to see some flurries Tuesday afternoon and evening. It just shouldn't accumulate too much. And of course, you are in lake effect snow warnings here. They talk about 5 to 10 inches of snowfall. All the way until 7 a.m. Sunday morning. I imagine, has most of that snow already fallen? Because that's a pretty aggressive forecast. I don't see any Model 1 at all showing that much. That is a very aggressive forecast. I feel like that won't verify, so I would anticipate 5 inches of snowfall until our system leaves here Tuesday morning. It probably won't be enough to impact, road conditions for a long duration, but as the snow hits, of course, it's going to impact you. Connecticut gets snow soon? No. Sorry. We're not allowing Connecticut to get snow anymore. It's the southern and eastern United States' turn. You don't get snow no more. Your year was the last 50 years. Share some snow down here. But seriously, honestly, no. I really don't think you're gonna get in much of a snow chance. Now, towards the end of January, you should get a chance. You should get a chance towards the end of January. According to the Climate Prediction Center, our chances for snowfall should go up really significantly after January 18th. Significantly, snow chances go up significantly for pretty much everybody. And let me draw an area. Everyone in this area, your snow chances go up significantly towards the middle and latter half of January. I'm going to say July. I'm just waiting for it. I will say July probably at least once in this live stream. I'm just waiting for me to say July instead of January. Caleb, your area is such a... That might be Lucky texting me. Nope. I just want to check that. But your area is tricky, Caleb. I mean, you could literally get a foot. You could literally get up to a foot of snowfall, or you could get as little as half an inch. I mean, the realm is just... The realm's just crazy. Yeah, even look at this. Look what they note. Look what they note in your watch. The latest forecast trends have reduced the overall amount of snowfall and have shifted the storm track slightly further south. The chance of at least 6 inches of snowfall now dropped to 20 to 40%. 20 to 40%. So, your max is probably 6 inches out of this, according to this watch. As things keep shifting south. Watch them shift so far south that it puts me in the path. I end up with winter storm watches. That'd be crazy. Sterling. Let's see. So, I want to figure out exactly where Sterling is again. It ain't popping up. There we go. I see. I don't know if we ended up with 7 to 9 inches of snowfall here in Southern Virginia. That would cancel school for probably 3 days. But I don't know how used to it you guys are out there near far northeastern Virginia. So I'd say there's a good chance. There's a good chance you'll be out of school. I don't know. Monday? Would it be Monday? Let me go check. It may be like Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, at least Monday. I would expect at least Monday, no school. At least Monday. Let's see. Let me see if I missed anybody else. Beaumont, Texas. Well, you're obviously further south, of course. Don't think you're going to get any snowfall out of this, but let me see. You may have asked about severe weather. But if you didn't, well, I'm just going to give that area a quick severe weather update anyways, because, well, that's what I was supposed to do in this stream too. So, we do have a slight risk for severe weather in effect here for Sunday. I personally believe we will see an enhanced risk probably for winds and multiple spin-up tornadoes, probably a 10%, not SIG, a 10% tornado risk somewhere in this general vicinity. There is a lack of instability, which I think will deteriorate our significant tornado threat some. However, we still should have a large warm sector with 700 to 1,000 instability in place. And it's also important to note models underdo instability significantly all the time. For instance, with our December 28th outbreak, models were forecasting a max of 2,000 instability. We ended up with 4,500 instability in the open warm sector. So I wouldn't fully bet on this being an underperforming risk just due to instability. So I definitely think we could see an enhanced risk for tornadoes. It may end up being hatched by the time we get to day one, maybe not. But either way, we're looking at a lot of damaging winds being a possibility, multiple spin up tornadoes, and possibly even a strong tornado threat if you live generally in that yellow slight risk level 2 out of 5 area, and it will probably be upgraded to enhanced 3 out of 5 by the time we get to day 1. Thank you, Proxy, for the 10 gifted. Much appreciated. If you got a membership and you're in the live stream, try to thank Proxima for gifting you it. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, Proxy. Glad to have you in here, and hopefully you're having a great New Year's. I haven't seen you in the chat in over a year. You haven't been here in over a whole year. Last time I saw you was 2024. Let's see. Likelihood of school getting canceled in Raleigh, 0%. Sorry, Hank. Just ain't happening. It ain't happening. I just don't see a way how that's gonna happen. unless your school cancels for light rain, not gonna happen. Now, towards the from January 9th all the way till the end of January, I'm sure we'll have probably one school cancellation in terms of snowfall somewhere in North Carolina. If that will be Raleigh's schools or not, can't tell you. But somebody's going to get out of school somewhere in North Carolina in January thanks to snow. Because our pattern is going to be so favorable for snow. It would be a miracle not to see a snowstorm somewhere in Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina throughout the whole month of January. Like, this is the best January outlook I've seen probably since, was it 21? It was either 2021 or 2020. This is the best chance I've seen for a snowstorm in the last 3, maybe 4 years. We completely flipped. We fully flipped. My snowfall forecast called for completely below average and hot temperatures out here. And we're looking at way below average temperatures and above average precip. We fully flipped. It was a complete flip. So I don't know if you'll get any major snow. In my opinion, it varies. A major snowstorm in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia, anywhere, especially in the foothills. So in this area here, I consider a major snowstorm greater than 9 inches of snowfall. That's a major snowstorm to me. So it's impossible to say if we'll actually see something that significant, but I do think we have a chance for a snowstorm in North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina through all of January. It's a very favorable pattern, especially towards the end of January. We should be very, very favorable. And there's also another chance, too. Our newest model run, the GFS 12Z, did uptrend in snowfall potential across all of Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. But it's only a trace. It's not a winter storm. It's just a big band of flurries. And that would be January 10th. We're still watching that for some snow chances. Oh. That was lucky for a second. He called me. I didn't realize it till just now. Yes, you're muted. Okay. Lucky's gonna show me the light rain he may get. I don't even know why it's really special weather statemented. Probably just for the wind gust potential. I don't really see that being snow. How cold is it out there? Pretty cold. 32 degrees cold. Let's see how high up you went. Alright, let me go ahead and pull up this again. Yes, Lucky's on call, but you guys won't be able to hear him. I mean, to me, it just looks like rain. Sunset. Yeah, it was definitely, it was to your, it's to your north, yeah, your northeast. Yeah, like dead north. So nothing too impressive. But never know, you're gonna get some snow out of it, right? The new GFS gives you almost an inch of snow. Let's see. Oh, never mind. My bad. It gives you a quarter of an inch of snow January 10th. I was gonna say, what am I watching for here? Sorry, y'all. We have an interruption. Lucky's trying to show me something. I gotta close out some of these tabs. My computer is gonna start screaming at me. Okay, there we go. All right, thanks for showing me. And make sure you call towards the end of the stream so they can hear you at least once. Okay, bye. Alrighty. There goes Lucky. I do want to go back up to those snow squall warnings here. We still have snow squall warnings in place. I want to see if we can actually get some cams out here. This is near Williamsport, PA. See if we got some cams out here. Yeah, we definitely do. So that's going to impact Williamsport, and ooh, they're pretty slow. How slow are these things moving? 35. Williamsport's probably like 20 away. Yep, about 20 away. So that will be what, probably like 20-ish minutes or so. Dangerous snow squall. 35. No, it'll be closer to like 40 minutes. Because that's 70. So yeah, it'll be closer to like 35, 40 minutes before that gets to Williamsport. But once it does, hopefully I'll remember to pull up a camera. I'm going to put that on my other monitor so that way I'll hopefully remember it. I doubt I'll remember it, but hopefully I will. Okay. Will the winter storm reach New Jersey at all? Let's see. Got to figure out where New Jersey is. The only two states I mix up now are New Jersey and Delaware. Sorry. I just mix up those two states. Yeah, it should. I don't know if it'll be enough to warrant a winter storm warnings, but every model run shows almost all of New Jersey getting snow from this now. Wow. It will probably be a dusting depending on where you live, but we'll go ahead and take a look at our newest model here. Ooh, I mean, some of them are... This one shows like a foot. I don't think that will happen, but I'm sure you could pick up on probably up to 6 inches of snowfall in southern New Jersey. The more south you are, it will probably be the better chance. Let's see. Let's compare the two. So this is the... Let's see the Euro model. Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, this whole area here will see at least 3 inches of snowfall at the minimum. And then if you're north of that, you could probably see anywhere from an inch or two of snowfall north of that area. So that's like middle New Jersey. So if you're north of we'll say north of like Trenton, north of Trenton, that's where you're going to see a lot less of snowfall. So if you're south of Trenton, New Jersey, that's where you have your best opportunity to see probably 3 inches or more of snowfall out of this system. Time frame for it will definitely be, let me pull this all the way back, Monday morning and Monday afternoon. Probably all day morning. All day morning? What? All day Monday. All day Monday. All day Monday you'll be getting snow. If you live in southern New Jersey. I don't think it will trend that far south. The European model run is the one that trends it the most south here. If we look at the difference between the Euro here and the GFS. What about the new GFS? The new GFS increased totals almost everywhere by a large amount. So I'm sure you'll see dusting and some flakes and mixed precipitation in most of Tennessee. But in terms of like a dusting or accumulation, no. You may see flakes to some ice. But we're also watching another storm here towards January 10th. And the newest GFS model brings pretty much all of Tennessee, Kentucky, and most of Virginia, North Carolina, some snow out of that. But none of it is really notable. You know, there's little pockets here that get up to 3 inches of snowfall, but it's so far out that is not something that you want to anticipate happening. That's too far out. I do want to show you guys the severe threat a bit, so let me just switch gears on over to our slight risk for severe weather. Switch on over to this model, or rather this scene. There we go. Oh, now you can see the camera up there. Well, that's good. That's our camera in, what was it? Williams something? Williamsport, PA, by my face cam. I'll zoom that in. That's for our snow squall, which I will quickly go back and show. We'll see where that is. It probably hasn't moved much at all. Yeah, the main snow squall is here, and our camera is in like downtown Williamsport, so it still has a good half hour to go. So let me go ahead and pull this on out. So this is your NAM 3K model run. We'll get better model runs later tonight, but we'll not be live when those render in. And our main threats, like I said, will be damaging winds in much of Louisiana into western Mississippi, and as well as the potential for multiple spin-up tornadoes. And if we can see the amount of instability that the NAM 3K shows, I would not fully rule out a strong tornado or two on the far northern side, or just simply with embedded circulations in Louisiana, southern Arkansas. We also could see some prefrontal storms, and if that happens, we could see an enhanced risk for a 10 sig there. 10 sig tornado risk. So I think our biggest factor is going to be instability. We'll have to see how much cape we have, because the NAM 3K shows really good cape. I mean, this whole area here has enough instability for a lot of spin-up tornadoes and maybe even a strong tornado or two. Whereas if we look at the GFS, it's terrible. You know, the GFS has a really poor amount of instability. Very poor amount of instability. So I do think we'll see an enhanced risk. Maybe we'll see it for both wind and tornadoes, but we'll still, you know, it's still 48 hours out before the event's underway, so we've got some time to see things change and downtrend. All right, that camera keeps turning on and off, so I'm going to switch us back to this. There it goes. Here in Newark, Ohio, is there a chance I may get up to 7 inches of snow? Let's see. I gotta figure out exactly where that is. I forget where locations are a lot because I do so many. I look at so many areas, I mix them all up. Yeah, see, I thought that was Northwest Ohio. National Weather Service says between 4 to 8 inches of snowfall, so that's what I would go for. Yeah, I wouldn't venture off from what the NWS says. And models aren't really that far off of what the NWS is calling for either. Oof. Other than the Euro, the Euro is a big outlier there. Let's look at the CMC model run real quick, see if that's an outlier at all. Ooh, CMC is pretty far south. Oh. Maybe the GFS is the outlier. Plot twist. Complete plot twist right there. What was that other model run I used? The NAM? I used the NAM and NAM 3K. Which one of those is a convecutive model, so. That's far. That is far south. Yeah, I don't know. That's tricky. I would definitely stick with expecting 4 inches of snowfall there. I don't know about seeing 7 inches of snowfall. That's on the upper end of what the NWS is calling for. I'm telling you, this snowstorm has shifted everywhere. I mean, at one point, we thought this was going to be a snowstorm for Oklahoma. And then here we are, now it's shifted up towards southeastern Nebraska. And then over here in Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, this stuff is shifting all the way up from like southern Wisconsin back down towards Kentucky. I mean, it won't stop changing. And even the National Weather Service, they issued all of these watches here because that's where they thought that's where the main winter storm would be. Then they ended up issuing warnings here, and almost all of Kentucky is under a winter storm watch now because we had such a big southern trend with our model runs over the last 12 hours, except the GFS. So I don't know. There's not a whole lot more room for trends here. I mean, the snowstorm begins tomorrow night, so there's not a whole lot of room for changes after tonight into tomorrow morning. So we'll see what our 12Z guidance says tomorrow morning, and whatever that says will probably be what the NWS expects. We'll see if that, shifts more south or not. I think the main model I'm going to be paying attention to is the GFS and seeing if that shifts south. Either we're going to have like 5 model runs shift north, or the GFS is going to be the model run that shifts south. The GFS seems to be an outlier here. Even the NAM model run is more south than the GFS at this point. At least with the heaviest band of snow. Let's see, does the NAM have Caleb getting in on the heaviest bands? Let's see, snowfall totals. Pull this all the way out. Wow, even with that far north of a trend on the NAM 3K, Caleb still only gets like 3 inches of snow. Man, Caleb, this looked great for you all the way until 2 days before the event. Sucks to be you. I'm glad I don't live out where you are. So it's not just a Virginia problem. I thought it was just a Virginia problem where you see these shifts happen. Caleb over here thought his mod dome wouldn't hold. We'll see if, and you never know. Maybe it will shift more north. You never know, Caleb. You never know. I mean, it's no one's fault for anything here. I mean, models just shifted south. They were in pretty good agreement, so that's why I called it out so far out in advance. And then the NWS issued watches. And then just today, everything's like, I want to shift very, very far south. Take that area of 6 inches of snowfall that used to be over central Illinois and pull it all the way south towards Springfield. I mean, you can see here's the NAM. I don't know if I can show the Euro. I don't think so. Okay, I can't show the Euro here. Let me go back over here. Central US. And there we go. Now I'm going to take this one, which is the European model. So here's the GFS, the newest GFS. We're going to compare the snowfall totals. So there's the GFS model run. It's a little zoomed out. GFS model run, Euro. GFS, Euro. The GFS actually looks a little bit more south. No, it's still the same. See how it's been in agreement there? It still has stayed in this general area, but in terms of where Caleb is, somewhere up here, I don't know where he is. That's definitely different. I mean, the European model run has him getting like a dusting, whereas the GFS has like at least 2 inches of snowfall. Minimum. I want to look at the GFS now. GFS, snowfall. I want to zoom it in towards Caleb's area. That is not snowfall. There we go. Yeah, GFS has you getting like almost 5 inches of snowfall. Euro has like near dusting. Oops, this is the Euro. There you go. Dusting to 2 inches. Yeah, but the watch might be canceled, Caleb. If it's not upgraded to a warning tomorrow morning, they're going to cancel it. Or they may keep it there preliminarily. Or just in case, rather. I don't know why I said preliminarily. Just in case. When will I see severe weather? Sometime in 2025. Because there have actually been cases where they keep winter storm watches and just never upgrade them to warnings just in case we have any shifts. Tyler, Texas, probably talking about severe weather down there. Yeah, you're going to be right where severe storms could begin Sunday. Yeah, you're in that marginal risk, so could have some gusty winds and maybe not fully ruling out a brief spin-up tornado. Yeah, so you can see the storms here. Right around noon, we should see this line move through Tyler, Texas, and it will begin to strengthen as it moves off to the southeast, and then the cold front catches up, and then we get that big line that starts to form in northwestern Louisiana, southeastern Texas, multiple tornadoes, maybe even a strong tornado, and damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour possible. But I could very easily see an enhanced risk being placed somewhere from like north central Louisiana, southeastern Texas towards like near Lafayette back up towards south of Mississippi or south of Jackson, Mississippi. Like somewhere in there, I could definitely see an enhanced risk being placed for tornadoes. Because that's where your instability is going to be pulled more north, so it's going to be the greatest in that area, and then your trough ejection will align with that region. I don't think we'll see a day 2 enhanced risk. Maybe I'll be wrong with that, but they'll probably wait until day 1 to pull the trigger on that. Let's see here. Yeah, hopefully you will get at least 4 inches of snowfall, Miller. I wonder if we could see a strong tour. I think it's possible, personally. Whether it be a spin-up strong tornado from the line or a very... or like a barely prefrontal supercell, you know, like a supercell that forms just barely out in front of the line. I see it happening. I see it being possible. I would like to wait for the HRRR 0Z to see what that shows, but we won't be live for that. I mean, if I just show you the HRRR here, 18Z, which goes out to 1 p.m. Eastern, show you the surface-based instability, you can already see that has a large warm sector of almost 1,000 Cape. So, I mean, that's plenty. It seems like our global models, which obviously are not convecutive model runs, cams, they're underdoing instability a lot. But if you look at the HRRR, the NAM, or the NAM 3K, they're doing better with instability, having it up towards like 1,000, 1,500. And again, remember, instability is instability is normally underdone on model runs. But look at that, even the HRRR here, 1 p.m. You can see some storms that would probably be trying to rotate here in front of the primary cold front. So that's interesting. I think this could be a little bit bigger of a day than what people are making it out to be. I think people are underplaying this. Like, I don't see a lot of talk about this potentially being a notable damaging wind threat and even potentially a good tornado threat as well. Personally, I see quite a lot of potential with it. I don't know if this has music, so I'm going to turn it. I'm going to mute the stream. Some models now have me getting snow Sunday morning. A band of snow coming in Sunday morning. As much as I feel like I would love to chase that, and I should chase it, I think I would be needed a lot more just covering the threat here. Because we'll have, you know, potentially damaging winds, tornadoes in Louisiana, and then the major snowstorm in the Midwest. So if I get put under winter storm warnings, then I'll chase it. But if it's just like half an inch of snow, I already saw snow. I saw snow today, so. Like I said, if I could get something to transfer some videos and pictures from my phone to my computer, I'll make a video out of today's chase that I did. I've never intercepted a snow squall before, so that was a first for me. 2025, 3 days in, has already been great. Only 3 days in, at least for me. It's already been a great 2025 year. Maybe I'll already top it off on January 5th with some more snow. You don't see it, Ethan? Eh. Let me go. I wonder if the GFS uptrended. GFS's instability is still the same. It's not like exactly the same. There's a little different placement with the 1000 instability, but it won't matter that much because, I mean, once you get 48 hours or so, between 60 and 48 hours or so, you stop using global models for severe weather forecasting. Because they won't pick up on those mesoscale features that CAM models can. I would also like to note our trough ejection, too. Remember 2 days ago when I discussed how poorly amplitude our trough was? Now look at it. I don't know if I can show you the model runs. Nope. See if any of them will load. But either way, our trough ejection looks a whole lot better than what it used to. This isn't far enough back. This still looks pretty good. But it's a lot better amplitude, and it's stronger. You can see it's a much better, well-rounded trough. Especially the right exit region, right in here. The right exit region. That area is really well structured on your trough ejection. You can even see right here where your storms will be. Right on that exit region. If I switch to precipitation, see how wrong I am. And point proven. Point proven. Right in there. Ta-da! You can easily see it. So that's why I've kind of gone on to this live stream more aggressive. 2 days ago, I was downplaying this and saying maybe a tornado, a very small tornado threat. But now, I mean, our trough ejection just looks substantially better than what it did 48 hours ago. I don't know if there's a way I can show you archived models. Maybe the GFS. I mean, even the GFS, but this is from yesterday morning. It will have to be from what's today? Friday. It would have to be from Wednesday afternoon. If I could get a model run from Wednesday afternoon to show you the threat here for Sunday night, it would look like near garbage. But now, I mean, even look at the lower level jet too. I mean, jeez. That's like a 60 knot in the morning. That's like a, yeah, 60, 65 knot lower level jet Sunday morning. Well before any storms fire. Rat model has that too. Yikes. So lower level jet ain't gonna be a problem. I meant to do the rat model on that, not... Yeah, there's the rat model mid-level. Wow, the rat actually is... Stop going to the NAM 3K! I apologize for switching. The rap's actually better. The rap actually has a stronger mid-level jet stream, and it amplifies better. Slightly better. Just a bit better. It also looks just like it's... It ejects better as well. Is that surface low more organized? Yeah. I mean, you can see here's your low. Negatively tilted trough. Right exit region. Right in here. And if we take a look at... Well, your right exit region is actually larger than that. Right in here. Instability. Yep, you see your instability is pulled up all the way into East Central Arkansas. Back down just like this. Check dew points really quick. Plenty. I don't even need to draw that out. I mean, it's perfect. Temperature is what? That's into the high 60s? Yep, high 60s. Dew points, I just want to see that again. Was that into the high 60s? Mid to high 60s. And it also over-convex, too. The rat model always over-convex. I don't think I've seen a day in my life that the rat model doesn't over-convect showers here on any event in Dixie Alley. So, overall, could be a way bigger day than what people are making it out to be. Personally, from what I've seen on social media, I really haven't seen much talk about it. I really have not seen much talk about it. And it does not look like a bad setup. Like, this is an okay setup. It's not close to what it was either a Saturday or Sunday, the 28th, whatever day that was, 28th of December last year. It doesn't compare to that, but still good. It's still a good setup. Let's see here. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying this briefing / coverage, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button. Seems like pretty much all of you already have, so I really didn't even have to say that. But just in case, a little reminder, hit the like button. It goes to support the channel. Subscribe if you're new, because we will be live unless I get winter storm warnings. We will be live for multiple hours Sunday. I think we're going to start probably right after lunch Sunday. So most likely like 1 or 2 p.m. We'll start our winter weather coverage, and we might split it up, but I don't know, 1, 2 p.m. I mean, storms fire on the HRRR. You're already getting potentially tornadic storms at 1 p.m. So I think right after lunch, I'm going to go live for our winter storm and tornadic threat. Our severe weather threat. Oh no, our camera, I did forget about it. Has it been hit yet? Oh my goodness, it hasn't been hit yet. That shows you how long it's taken. Let me at least change to this scene. Okay. You see it above my face cam, but the camera will shut off every now and then. I'll just turn it right back on after it shuts off. Because for some reason, Pennsylvania DOT, the camera map just takes you right out of full screen. I don't know why. Almost all models give me an inch of ice. Where are you at, Rockets? You got to be in ice storm warning if that's the case. Let me go to... I honestly haven't looked much at the ice potential. I knew it was there. I know it's a possibility. See, it turns out like that. But I haven't really done any in-depth dive into it. Yeah. I would not be shocked to see those ice storm warnings go into southern Illinois as well. I'm looking at like all of our model runs real quick. I just looked at the GFS, NAM 3K, and the NAM. Yeah, honestly, wouldn't be shocked to see these ice storm warnings go all the way into southern Illinois like this. Definitely would not be surprised. Holy crap. Oh, Rockets are in southern Illinois. Yeah, definitely see you getting in ice storm warnings. Real quick, though, I gotta show you this. Here's the GFS from earlier this afternoon. If that happens, I wonder if that would be historic. 2 1/10 of an inch of ice. Literally, legit, 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch of ice will knock out the power here in Virginia for 1, 2, even 3 days. So I don't know how well the infrastructure and the power grid is in southeastern Missouri, but if we got freezing rain of that amount anywhere in the U.S., it's gonna definitely knock out power for probably more than a week. So that is just crazy. I mean, you can see here, it starts 06Z Sunday, ice, 09Z ice, 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 and then you get some snow at finally the end of it, 06Z Monday. So it's just 24 hours of ice. Now, the newest GFS model run has actually shifted that a little bit more north. Rockets, do you live in this area? Look at that. GFS has like an 1.5 inches of ice there. That is crazy. And there's our NAM 3K as well. Yeah, I definitely see them expanding that that ice storm warning for sure. Little surprised they haven't already, but at least they put ice storm warnings out to your west. But I'd be pretty shocked to not see those go into south central Illinois. I would be pretty shocked. Alright, our snow squall's almost in Williamsport, Pennsylvania now. It only took freaking 40 minutes. Literally, I think it actually took 40 minutes. 35, 40 minutes, right around what I was guessing. I mean, I literally completely forgot about it, came back to it, and it still didn't even hit the town yet. Stupid map. Better than no camera, though. I'd rather deal with it than have no camera at all. Yeah, but Charles, the GFS is an outlier. The GFS is the only global model run that shows that amount of snow for you. European model run shows between 1 inch to 3 inches of snowfall, whereas the GFS shows, you know, this 9 to a foot of snowfall out here, 9 inches to a foot of snowfall. So right now, I would not bet on that happening. What the GFS shows, but still, you're looking at 4 to 8 inches of snow. We're just gonna have to see what models show tomorrow. I mean, every day we've had uncertainty. Every single day we've had uncertainty where we're watching to see if they go more north or south or west, or if they increase or decrease in totals. I mean, they've always had uncertainty with them, with this storm. There's never been a single day where we have locked in the entire track of the storm. Like, we've generally known for the last week or so that we would see a snowstorm somewhere here, but I mean, even now it's not fully locked in. Look at all of these winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, and watches. Not everybody in here is going to see verification of our winter storm. You know, Kansas City, your forecast right now, for instance, is up to 13 inches of snowfall. You could potentially even see higher than that. Whereas if we go more east, let's just pick out that area for no particular reason. They're calling for a 20 to 40% chance of at least 6 inches of snowfall. You could end up with an inch of snowfall. So there are some areas that could definitely end up with a lower total. And then there's some areas that could actually overperform. But regardless, this winter storm's very large. It is a huge winter storm. And it is definitely going to be a major winter storm. That is for sure. The warm days are over. Well, I still have... I mean, I have heat out here in Southern Virginia, so... As long as I don't get an ice storm to knock out my heat, I'm good. I don't need to step outside in the next 30 days. It's only a recommendation, right? Even though I definitely will, because I'll end up probably chasing something. You don't need to go outside for a full week. I could just look out my window, stick my hand out my window, and count that as sunshine, right? Caleb. Nah, but the sun's really good for you. You should go outside at least on a daily basis. It's really, really good for you. On a serious note, you should go out daily. Go get some sunshine. Go touch some grass. I'm talking to Caleb and Pez. I don't know where Pez is in here. There we go. What's a sun? It's a ball of fire and lava that lights up the atmosphere in the solar system and this planet called Earth. Now, this is where Caleb says, "What's grass?" Hello, Storm. What's up? We're waiting for a snow squall to impact our camera here. It's definitely started. It's such low camera quality and so blurry that you can't even tell. I think this is in 144p, or is this might be 72p. Oh, they just reissued the snow squall warning out here. Near zero visibility, winds up to 35 miles per hour. I mean, the camera's so low quality, I can't even tell what visibility is. I can't even see. I just see headlights. You already got snow, Caleb? Well, shoot. Why do you need more? I'll take it. You don't need snow anymore. I hope that southern trend continues. I'll wait for this to change one more time, and then I'll switch our scene, and we'll watch the camera for just a little bit. Yep, there you go. There you go. Full screen it. Here's our 72p awesome quality Pennsylvania camera. I don't have a bottle of water with me. I keep looking to my left because that's where I keep all my bottles of water, and I don't have any. So if you've seen me look left 20 times in this stream, you know why. What's snow? Well, it is rain in the upper atmosphere that hits a cool amount of temperatures towards the surface and then freezes over into snow. It depends on the temperature in the upper atmosphere too, though. Like if you have, say, Well, I can't draw it for you. This is about to change anyways. I want to pull, but I'm gonna get a sounding. We're gonna show you guys this. Let's pull a sounding. We're gonna pull it right in south central Illinois, right near where Rockets is located. I don't know exactly where he is, but so this is a freezing rain sounding. Very much freezing rain sounding. See how your temperatures don't change until exactly, I mean, literally on the nose of 850 millibars, like not before, but just right on the 850 millibar nose right there. So rain, rain, rain. Well, you can't even see it. So this is all falling as rain here, right? It's all falling as rain. And then right here, it quickly switches over. Still some rain. It's still rain, still rain. And then just before it hits the surface, it freezes. And boom, freezing rain. So literally, like the last probably 3 to 5 seconds that it's falling, it freezes. The last 3 to 5 seconds that it's falling from the atmosphere, it freezes. Our camera is shaking. I don't know if you guys saw that right there, but that was a crazy wind gust. I don't know where it went. But that's a freezing rain sounding. If it kept going like this, say that this didn't exist here, right? This part of the atmosphere didn't exist here in terms of your temperatures. And you just went straight on down like this. Then it would just stay as snow, right? Because it's rain here, rain, rain. It could even be snow between this level here because that is freezing. So it could actually be snow between, you know, it could be snow, snow, snow. Then it turns into rain, 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 rain. And then it quickly turns into freezing rain there. But if that red bar here just went straight down like this, then it would stay as snow the whole time. For instance, let's go grab a sounding near Kansas City, Missouri, where we're probably going to see the heaviest snowfall occur. And we'll see what this sounding shows. So look at that. See how early that cools? You're at freezing here right around the 700 millibar. So it does from the top here. Here it's snow, and then it turns into... Actually, up here it's probably rain. So up here, rain, snow, rain... And then well before it hits the ground, you can see here it has all the way from, we'll just say the, what is this, like the 720 millibar or so. 720 millibar, all the way down till the surface. It has that time to freeze. So that's plenty of time for it to turn into snow. Whereas, did I keep that sounding up? Yeah, there you go. So this is a snow sounding. This is a freezing rain sounding. The main area you pay attention to is your millibar between 700 and 1,000. That's the main area you pay attention to figure out if you're going to get snow or freezing rain. All right, well, we are about to get close to the ending of our live stream here. So if you have any questions that you'd like to ask me, go right ahead and put them in the live chat and I'll try to answer them. Lucky is doing a YouTube live stream. So if you want to just go and watch Lucky, just stay here on this live stream and I will send you to Lucky's stream automatically right when I fully end the channel stream here. And then you'll be sent to Lucky's channel's live stream. So yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. And you can see our camera above my face cam there. We definitely got down to near zero visibility. Now it is a 14p pixel camera. I mean, I might as well be playing on... I don't even know. I'm trying to think of an old console here that this would look better on. What? Nintendo DS? It would probably look like 50 times better. I mean, literally, this is worse quality than... Oh, gracious day. Now it's really getting bad. It's getting worse and worse. I'll let you guys look at this for just a moment. Yeah, Lucky's streaming, I know. I'm going to go ahead and change this. No, PS1 had better graphics than this. I'd say this is probably like half the quality of the PS1. Now PS2 is on a different level, man. Debatably the best console ever invented. Well, I don't know, because you also got the DS. Oh my goodness. Now you can't see a thing. I can barely even see headlights in the distance now. And here comes some wind. Let me quickly... add this to Lucky... Oh. Is Lucky's stream scheduled? Because I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Ah. What's your thoughts on South Central Kentucky? I'm assuming we won't get much ice or snow. Yeah, that's a good assumption. You could see it above my face cam. Our model still. I'm going to use the euro because I feel like that's getting more accurate. It's tricky. It's a tricky forecast. We are seeing models shift south. So currently you are actually getting a better chance at seeing up to 4 inches of snowfall. I don't think ice will be much of a problem, but you could see up to 4 inches of snowfall. Ooh. Ice may end up being an issue too. Yeah. I would definitely watch for ice and snow, both of that. Up to 4 inches of snow and possibly up to about a 1/4 inch of ice. So you could definitely have some delays. That's in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. They're being hit by a snow squall. But we're going to go ahead and end. Glad we got to see the heaviest of that. That's going to stop in about literally in 4 minutes. This camera is going to be clear. That's how quick a snow squall hits. So I'm going to send you guys on over to Lucky, who's my best friend. I'll be on there probably around 6:30 or so. I've got a few things I got to do real quick. Charles, just send me your location again, and I will say it in chat because I want to do the outro music here. I don't want to miss the outro music. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to do another live stream tomorrow to brief you guys up on the latest information. And then we will be doing our live weather coverage Sunday. We will be doing our live weather coverage on the system. So have a great rest of your night. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. Stay safe. Watch the snowfall. Goodbye. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. Watch the